Hello, this is Rashanos for News, Views, and Conversations. Just want to pop in real quick and talk about what everyone else is talking about. The big, beautiful bill by the one, the only DJT, Donald J. Trump, is going down. Uh, the president and his sidekick are truly crashing out. The ladies are fighting. I don't know where to start. This is a big mess. Let me start out by first reading, what the bill entailed and all of that. Hot mess. The One Big Beautiful Bill passed on the House of Representatives on May 22nd, 2025, in a narrow 215 to 214 one vote. This bill, favored by President Donald Trump, is now moving to the Senate, where it will likely be subject to further amendments and debate before potentially reaching the president's desk. The bill's provision includes a range of tax cuts, increased border spending, and military spending, and a rollback of some of Biden era policies, as well as potentially scaling back Medicaid funding. It also addresses the national debt ceiling and includes provisions for federal benefits eligibility and permit streamlining. The bill's passage in the House was a victory for President Trump, though it was met with mixed reactions from various stakeholders. The Senate now will have the opportunity to review and potentially modify the bill before it is potentially signed into law. So this is what the big fuss is about. I mean, right now, everybody's eyes are like wide open, mouth wide open, like what in the world is going on here? Elon is not happy about the bill, not one bit. They're going back and forth about it. He didn't like the fact that Trump doesn't like the fact that Elon even said anything. Of course, we know he's a malignant narcissist. And so when you come to a narcissist saying something about what they've done, okay, you can go too. He doesn't care about the fact that this man put 300 million on his head for, getting into the office to do what he needs him to do so he can cut all the little deals that he wants to cut with his contracts to make it beneficial for him. Well, now the games have begun, the mudslinging has begun. So this is where we are. I'm just surprised to hear all that's been said. Um, of course, they didn't agree or whatever about the bill. To the point now, it's like this is when you know that you and someone are not friends. When you disagree, and when the friendship is over, they tell all your business. When pretty much the it hits the fan, so that's where we are. Um, they go back and forth. He gets mad because they won't change the bill. Elon really wants them to change the bill. He wants the Republicans to be like, okay, we're not going to agree with the bill, make some amendments or do something. That's where they are at a standstill pretty much. He goes into saying, Elon goes into saying Trump could possibly be in the Epstein files. But I thought y'all was cool. And now you're telling the man business? And he throws up in his face, hey, if I didn't put the 300 million down for you or whatever, you wouldn't be president. He basically said, you would not be president if I did not help you get elected. So my question is, by him saying that, tell us more. Let me get my buttered popcorn. Please tell us more, because my question is, if you helped him get elected, did you have anything to do with those the Starlink system at the polls? Because I also heard some stuff about that as well. If you're gonna tell it all. Don't miss a beat. Tell everything. So even to the point where he's saying he wants to see Trump be impeached. How did we get here? This is too much. This is way too much. It's like the United States is crashing out. The president has been crashed out. Elon, it's time for you to leave. It's really time for you to go. He's even made statements saying, okay, if you're not going to change the bill, I can put money towards the Democrats. How are you going to do that? How are you going to put money towards the Democrats when you were over here? This is the part where it comes into where you're playing both sides. You got to pick a side. You pick the Republican side, so you need to stay on that side, because at this point, no one's going to trust you. You can't flip flop. You can't play both sides because you got money. And clearly, I'm hoping there's no way the Democrats are going to accept anything from you because you bought this clown, which is why you're getting the deal that you got. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And pretty much Trump is saying, hey, if you do that, go play the other side. He's pretty much threatening him, saying it's not going to be good for you if you do that. I mean, I would have never thought in a million years we were going to get here. I know I kept hearing people say they're going to get into it eventually, they're going to fall out, they're two narcissists. Um, this is not going to be good. Eventually, their little honeymoon is going to be over. Well, it has hit the fan finally. And I'm sitting here like this. I can't believe it. So much so to the point where Steve Bannon is saying that Elon should be deported. Again, how did we get here? But I thought you wanted these type of immigrants over here, the Elon type of immigrants, the high tech Elon type immigrants. But now that he's getting smart, they finna throw his ass out too. This is just too much. This is too much to take in. It's a lot. But one thing I will say from all that I've taken in, from what I've heard, clearly he cannot be trusted because he's only in place to try to pay the US government, play whatever side he has to play to get what he wants. And that's never good. Whatever side you chose, you need to stick to that side. Whether that side loses or wins for you, that's the dog that you put your money on. That's the bet that you made. Stick to what you've been doing. Because even if you go run to the Democrat side, no one is going to trust you. Not good business at all. Not good business at all. It's just not. It's truly showing that he cannot be trusted. And the thing that's so crazy is he's already messed up his brand by putting trillions of dollars towards Trump, to where now the Teslas aren't selling as well. I think the other stakeholders within his company, they're even looking at, hey, at some point possibly replacing him as a CEO. He's not good for business now. And I think he's lost like maybe 20 billion, something like that. Maybe more, I don't know. Got to go do some more research. But this is what happens when you do wrong. This is what happens when you steal from the middle class, when you steal from the poor. Both of these guys right now are basically reaping what they sow. And there's going to be more. This is just the beginning of the fallout. I'm thinking there's definitely going to be more. He's already messed up his business reputation, his ruin. And I've said this before, probably on some of my other political videos. Anybody that messes with Trump, it never ends well for them. Like now, we don't even hear about Rudy Giuliani anymore. Rudy who? Rudy what? The one that helped him storm the Capitol? He had to give all his money to Miss Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss in Atlanta, Georgia, for lying and saying they were trying to help steal the election because they had some mints. So anybody that fools with Trump, it never ends well. So pretty much at this point, instead of getting deported out of the United States, he should just leave at this point. Because it's like you've made a mockery of yourself. You've ruined your brand, you've ruined your name. And now that you and this clown are fighting over the bill that you don't want him to pass, because it's definitely going to hurt you. Now you're trying to play with the Democrats. This is ridiculous. I mean, I've seen a lot, I've heard a lot. This is bananas. So I just want to pop in, chime in real quick, give my little 2 cents on what I think. Again, I'm just sitting here shaking my head. This is the stuff that you see in your personal, like little regular life for the regular folks. You fall out with people, they know all your business. Then when they get mad and it hit the fan, they go tell all your business and put you all up under the bus. He done got hit by about 2 Mack trucks at this point because they were supposed to be on the same page. And now he's taking the gloves off, telling all his Kool-Aid. I'm just like, wow. Some people are even saying, this can't be real. Well, some things that I got in mind, we haven't seen them yet, but I'm just thinking if certain things begin to take place, we're going to know it's real. So all we can do is just sit back and see what happens next, watch and see how it all plays out. Because I was not expecting this at all, but it's been building. With all the Tesla car dealerships getting, blown up, cars burned up, business going under, and now you don't want to do what he wants you to do so he can get what he needs, that's going to be a problem. I always say, be careful who you take money from. I get it, y'all the big wigs, so y'all do this kind of stuff all the time, but be careful who you take money from because people don't just go around spending 300 million. I mean, this is bananas. I even think they said something about him saying JD Vance should be president because he's getting too old or whatever. So this is going to be a whole bunch of foolishness going on here, but we're going to continue to stay tuned, see what happens next. Hot mess, hot mess. I'm going to leave you with the video with Willie D. He's speaking on it as well. You know, we're pretty much saying, you know, hey, Trump let him know if you do that, you sell out the Republican Party, it's time for you to pack up, buddy. Your time in government and politics is over. And one thing I say about Elon, he get down and nasty with it. He don't give a damn. I mean, we've seen what he's done with Twitter and turn it into X. But when he doesn't care, he doesn't care. He doesn't care how it looks. He a real one. So I guess they're going to deport him and his South African friends that he's recently brought over to the United States. We're going to see how this plays out. I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to keep us in the algorithm to push us out to the masses. I will see you guys in the next one. We will continue to stay tuned on what's going on with entertainment, news, and political news. It's a hot mess right now. It's like watching a tennis match. Left to right, right to left. What's going on each week? So I will see you guys in the next video.
Donald Trump, your president, has just issued Elon Musk a stern warning. If you're not going to support the Republicans, you better stay out of politics, or else there will be severe consequences. I ain't got no problem with that, and here's why. Because I want to see a man be a man at all times. It don't matter who he's up against. No matter who the opposition is. I want to see if you're going to stand on business. So I want to see if Elon is going to stand on business and stand up to the Trump bully. Yeah. You do know Trump is a bully, but so is Elon. But here's a situation where you have a bully trying to bully the bully. And this is going to be an interesting contest. This all started when Elon criticized Trump's one big beautiful bill, and Trump did not like that. So Trump says something slick. Elon comes back and says, hey man, the only reason why Donald Trump was elected was because of me. Trump called BS. Elon busts back with a post on X saying that Donald Trump is included in the Epstein files. He was on that island messing with them girls. Young girls. Young girls. Yeah, man. So that's what we are. And Trump buzzed back and said, okay, keep on playing. You know, I'm going to defund those government contracts that you have. So he's already threatened to defund them with the government contracts he have for his space program, you know, all of that stuff he got going on. And then, you know, he could also hit him hard. He's already hit him hard with Tesla. Tesla lost $20 billion when this first kicked off on Friday. I think it kicked off Friday. It lost $20 billion in stock. People just selling off, right? But Trump's Truth Social also lost 8% of his stock. That was valued at $200 million. So Elon's Tesla lost $20 billion, which came out to 14%. And Trump lost $200 million, which came out to about 8%. This is an expensive feud, to say ain't nobody been killed. Yeah, interesting. Trump got his back up against the wall. You see, when you're sitting on $500 billion, I think Elon is worth something like $500 billion or something, that can buy you a lot of friends. It can buy you a lot of enemies, but it also can buy you a lot of friends. And at the very least, associates, people that are willing to do some things for you that might be considered unethical or even criminal. Yeah. So Elon could actually, he could move the needle, but he's going to have to be willing to go all the way. See, Trump is willing to go. Trump will take it there. And Trump also has the executive orders behind him, right? He can use the office of the presidency to do whatever he wants to do. Typically, you can't, but you can as long as you are willing to take the heat that come with it, right? But here's the deal. There ain't a lot of heat coming with Trump's decisions that offend people because a lot of cowards are in Congress. They are scared to death of Trump. Why? Because they don't want to lose their positions. Yeah, all these politicians, these governors, all these people acting like they so tough. They got all of this power, all of this influence. But when it comes to Trump, they roll over like a dog and cry. Yeah. Y'all seen that video where all those dogs are fighting and they barking at each other, and then this one dog come out of nowhere like a gunslinger in the Wild Wild West. He just walks up and the other dogs just start getting out the way. Even the big ones, they be getting out the way, and then he walks up on this other one while the other ones are still getting out the way, and he just walks up to him, and the other dog just fall to the ground and get on his back. And the dog, the one who comes with the respect, just puts his foot on his neck, on his chest, or wherever he put it at. But they just bow down. That's how they act when Trump is in motion. They just bow down like cowards. Ain't no way, man. There's only a few of them that have been willing to just stand up to Trump. Here's the thing. I don't know what these governors are afraid of, because if Trump defund their state, then he also defunds a large portion of his constituency. You know, those are Trump supporters. You still got Trump supporters in every state. You got a large number of Trump supporters in every state. Even the blue states have a considerable amount of Trump supporters. They may not have enough supporters to win an election, but they have enough to sway an election, you dig, or influence an election and influence their guy. Every state got Republicans who are millionaires and billionaires. So they got influence, even if they don't have the numbers. So this is very interesting to me. I thought at first that it would take our country back, but I was like, you know what? This is good this is good. Trump spoke like a true dictator. You know, you're either gonna stick with my party or else. You're gonna stick with the Republicans. You try to go over there and mess with them Democrats, I'm gonna crush you. Now, that's supposed to be illegal. But Trump can do whatever he wants to, because none of the people who are in power to stop him, well, now I won't say none, but most of the people who are in power to stop him won't, because they're cowards. That's right, I said it, they're cowards. They are afraid to step up and say something, to do something, because they care more about their position than they do the people. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.